Alright, fine. I get it. You guys missed the force feed. It's back. Everybody calm down. And in today's gaming news, we take another look at Escape from Tarkov. Firefall's development team is in trouble, and it's that time of year again where everyone's making a list. So what's that old saying? Better late than never. Better start making this show again, Forcer. I'm gonna unsub is basically the message that I got. So we are back, and actually, frankly, I'm pretty happy to be here. First up in the news today, we're gonna be taking another look at Escape from Tarkov. So this is an upcoming hardcore survival MMO shooter with RPG elements that we talked about a few episodes in the past. It's something that takes clear inspiration from the Stalker series. Now, they just recently released a video giving us a sneak peek at the looting and inventory systems in the game. So the video shows off a Diablo-style inventory system where the size of the objects you carry determine the amount of space they're going to take up, and there's also slots for armor and weapons, which do appear to have some heavy customization behind them. The looting of containers pulls from an interactable inventory like those seen in other survival games, and then there are also certain objects in the game world that can be visually seen and picked up from the environment. You know, I've enjoyed stuff like H1Z1 in the past and other survival games, and this one looks like it could be pretty interesting. I love the environment. People say it's very reminiscent of Stalker. For myself personally, I get that Metro vibe as well, but I guess those things are along the same lines. Either way, if you're interested in learning more about Escape from Tarkov, check out that video in the links in the description below. Be keeping you guys up to date as we get more information about this game in the future. But for now, it's looking pretty promising. What's not looking promising, though, is the future of Red 5 Studios. So over this past weekend, reports were coming in that employees of Red 5 Studios weren't getting paid. Now, these rumors were confirmed in an all-staff meeting that took place today, in which they announced that because potential investments fell through, they were unable to pay their employees on time. Now, they went on to try to alleviate concerns by saying, hey, don't worry, we'll try to pay you by December 30th, which is, of course, tomorrow. This is a terrible thing. Now, it wasn't too long ago where a similar situation happened with Crytek, in which they were unable to pay their employees on time due to insufficient funds. In fact, one of the heads of Crytek came out in an interview and said, some of our employees were being impatient. Impatient? You were paying them their checks on time. That's ridiculous. The expectation should be that you get paid when you say you're going to get paid. I've worked in numerous industries in my lifetime, and never has a situation occurred where I haven't got paid when I was told I was going to. Now, of course, what this all means is these game studios are basically running week to week, which is not a situation that you should be in when you're employing people. Really, the ultimate unfortunate part of the situation is that people who are making the games that we love, the people who are pouring their blood, sweat, and tears into the creation of these things, not just those doing the managing of those people, they're the ones who are suffering. They're the ones who aren't getting their paycheck right around Christmas that, I don't know, maybe they were expecting to receive. It's a really unfortunate situation. Obviously doesn't speak well for the future of Firefall, but the future of that individual game aside, I'm honestly more concerned about the people who are in this industry and the fact that there is now a pattern of development studios not paying their employees. Now, if I were a prospective coder or whatever who was thinking about getting into the game industry, I would be a bit concerned due to that very fact when I could look at other industries that not only pay more, have less of a problem with crunch time, but also, I don't know, you can probably expect to get your paycheck when they say you're going to. And last up today, I want to let you guys know, if you didn't already, that it's that time of year for top 10 list, and people's best games of the year are showing up everywhere. I myself am not going to be doing a top favorite games of 2015. I don't currently have any plans to, but I did want to point you guys to a couple of lists that I think are worth checking out. Number one is, of course, the staff over at giantbomb.com. I have been following their podcast and really taking to heart their opinions for the entire time I've been doing YouTube, and I definitely respect them and think you should check them out. And then my buddy Total Biscuit put up a great and highly debated top 10 list, because for some reason people need to be reminded that these kind of things are personal opinion, and if someone likes a game that you don't like, or if they don't like a game that you do like, turns out it's not the end of the world. Now, while I'm not doing a top 10 favorite games list, I did do a top 5 most anticipated games of the next year, because if you know anything about me, it's that I like getting excited about games. So if you haven't checked that out, why don't you also give that a look? And with that, guys, we're going to wrap up today's episode of the Force Feed. Don't worry, the show is not going to take another month hiatus or however long it's been. We will be conducting another episode later this week, so stay tuned. Hope you have a fantastic afternoon, and as always, once again, this has been Force, and you have just been Force Fed. It's been so long, I forgot my outro. Yes, we're back, baby, with a lot more hair, a bigger, bushier beard, and some strange-looking clothes. It's actually a nice shirt. I like this shirt. People like to comment on how they feel about my facials. Bodhi, do you like my shirts? I like this. It's a nice looking shirt. It's got the two tones. It's a little patterny right here. This is all very fantastic. We're going to turn this into a fashion channel. That's the game plan.